guys, another episode of Intrusive Thoughts. Today we're watching an episode of Vlad TV, and we've got your boy Papoose.
He punched Remy Ma's partner.
Oh yeah, he knocked out her new boyfriend apparently, so he's just going to tell us why. Let's see.
Well, let's talk about the background with you and Clarissa. And
Do you like Papoose?
Yeah, I think he's cool, man. What do you think?
Bit boring, isn't it? But
No, but
I mean, he stands on business at least.
Yeah,
He's a cool man.
literally.
I mean, not cool, but good representation of a man, innit? Of a black man. Yeah.
I agree.
Not interesting to me, yeah.
I kind of have to go a little...
Is that because he's a good representation of a black man and he's not like doing chaotic things that you have no interest?
It's boring, isn't it? Like, I think life is for living. I enjoy people that do what they want, like, basically, and not like trying to stay in the confines of expectations of other people and the law and stuff, innit? Whereas women, they like that stuff, innit? Like a gentleman and stuff. But I like people that have their own personality that's completely separate to society.
Do you not think that that's his personality and that's what he wants to do? Mind his business and be out of the way. Kind of like you, out of the way. You like to be out of the way.
Yeah, but I have like many sides to me, depending on the day that I wake up and how I feel. Whereas he's pretty much the same. Which is exactly my point, that bit bored for me. Yeah, I'd much prefer to sit down and watch Bobby Schmurder than him any day, basically, as much as he's way more intelligent, but it's because I'm a man, you're a woman, innit? I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah. This is exactly the person that the woman will be like, I want, and then go and cheat on for someone that's more entertaining, literally.
Before then, just to kind of tell the whole story. Now, I understand you're going through divorce right now, so I'm going to be very careful in how I state these questions. But I kind of want to just get...
Since when is Vlad ever careful? He's always asking incriminating questions. So why is it for Papoose he's not going to be his normal self?
Yeah, Vlad's a social chameleon, isn't it? Depending on who he talks to is how he talks.
Okay.
And what he asks and stuff.
General background. Because when me and you were doing interviews once Vlad TV already launched, Remy was locked up. And were you guys already married at that point?
Yeah.
Okay, so you married her before she got locked up, and you were visiting her in prison. And we even talked about how rare that was in a women's prison. How it was like you and like one other guy would be the only guy showing up in these women's prisons, right? But you literally held her down the whole time. You guys got out. You guys, reestablished the relationship. You had a beautiful baby. And everything was going fine until it wasn't. And according to reports, right around 2022 is when you guys kind of stopped sharing the same bedroom and things started to kind of go left. Is that relatively accurate?
I can't say exact date as to when, things went left, but I would say it's safe to say, around that time, you know what I mean? Things went left. I can't just say exactly when, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, was there one thing in the relationship, in the marriage, that made both of you say, I just don't think this is going to work?
Nah, it wasn't. It really wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, and like I always say, I have nothing bad to say about her. Like you said, I'm going through a situation right now. We are handling it. We are handling the divorce. So it's not much I could really get into about that. But what I will say is that, y'all as fans, like you said, me and you did an interview, and we spoke about it. We spoke about, what I was dealing with, visiting her through her bed, the whole situation, right? Yeah, you know what it is? The men don't stick by the woman when they go to prison.
He loves the dark glasses.
Just been the same person forever, isn't it? Literally. What was I going to say about him? What do you think about his choice in women?
They're very aggressive.
Yeah.
I believe that's something they both have in common. Like Clarissa's a boxer, right?
Yeah.
And Remy Ma went to jail for, was it stabbing her friend?
I think shooting or something, yeah.
Something silly like
Shooting
that. They both seem like the aggressor. They seem like they run things and things run him type of vibe. I could be wrong.
I just think it's like, it seems like trauma, but he doesn't seem very traumatized by anything. He seems very well collected and like well rounded and stuff as a person, but his choices seem like somebody who's been through a lot or something, and like wants another strong force next to him, sort of thing. Like you've been getting had to play the submissive role or been getting bullied in your early days or something. I don't know if that's true, but that's how it feels. Or that's the thoughts that it brings to my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason why people feel like it's so rare, you know, when you go to when I go to Rikers Island, visit my homies on the visiting floor, it's full of females with little kids. It's packed. When I go upstate to visit Rim, the visiting floor is deserted. There's nobody even visiting them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why it's rare, because dudes don't support them. You always hear dudes complaining, yo, when you get locked up, hug a bitch. A bitch.
Do you think that he should have like stood by her all that time when she was in jail? Do you think good choice, bad choice? In general, not with hindsight, in general.
Yeah.
I think good choice. Okay.
But he's a man though, and I don't know. Yeah, it's a good choice. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, good choice. Obviously, you wouldn't.
Seem like you're arguing with yourself.
No, I just don't want to sound like, I don't want to come across like I'm being not biased because I'm biased because I'm a female.
And now it feels dishonest.
No, but it's not dishonest.
Okay.
I think he made the right choice. What do you think? You don't think he made the right choice? That's because you're a man.
I just think everyone should do what they want. I don't think. I think it was the right choice for him. Probably.
Yeah.
Not the right choice in general, maybe, but that's with hindsight. Nah, in general, it's still a bad choice, man.
Is it?
I'll be honest, man. Yeah, man. With a woman, definitely. I think with a man, if you know them fairly enough, then you could take the chance. Maybe it'll be a better choice too. But even in general, still, even with a man, no. So then with a woman, 100% no. I think, man.
If I went to jail, you wouldn't wait for me.
Baby, you're moving bad. How has this become about us?
I'm asking a question.
Like, how would this come? We're talking about mine, but you come to
Yeah,
ask me
because
about me.
obviously they must know what their relationship's like and go say no. So I'm asking you now, if I went to jail tomorrow, are you going to wait?
For 10 years. For 10 years.
Is that how long she went to jail?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm moving mad.
Okay.
I'm moving mad.
Okay.
Wallahi.
Okie dokie.
Literally. Carry on?
Hold you down. But it's a penitentiary full of women, and nobody don't do nothing for them. We spoke about that, so you kind of seen it unfold right in front of your eyes. Like our life has been an open book, and you know what you seen transpire is what transpired. You know, sometimes when they hit the fan, it has to be made to seem like it's more than that, but it's really not, bro. Unfortunately,
relationships are hard, man. Marriages are hard. Having kids is hard. And then, you're talking about kids from other relationships as well, mixed in. So you got kind of a blended family. Yeah, man, it's hard. Especially there's a spotlight because you guys are public figures. That makes it even more hard. I get it.
But family is everything, man. I'm a strong, powerful advocate of that, man. Family is everything. Family first. And, like I said, I got nothing bad to say about her, man. No comment on as far as she's concerned.
Well, then in 2023, going into 2024, there was the whole situation where the battle rapper, Easy the Block Captain, seemed like they had some sort of relationship with Remy. They kind of made it public.
Is Vlad deaf?
Why?
He just said he doesn't want to talk about her. Like, he's basically saying, like, I don't want to talk about her. Okay. Let's move on from 2022 and go to 2023 and 2024.
Yeah, but he doesn't mean that he doesn't. Obviously, he's gonna have to talk about her as an interview, but I think he means directly, like he doesn't want to comment on her and what he thinks of his opinion on her. Basically, I'm sure he knows that Dad is gonna have to ask him about the most popular things that we've been hearing about him in the last few years.
And I'm sure Vlad knows that his answers are going to be pretty much vague.
Yeah, but it's not his job. He's not his lawyer. He's an interviewer. It's his job to try to get the best answers for us, isn't it? Watch him.
Okay, cool.
Or was it kind of weird still being married to Remy while she's publicly dating someone else?
Well, like I said, without, getting into details about her, son got knocked out, you know what I mean? Son got knocked out, straight up. And it went from there. I will say that. You know, I'm not gonna get into. Like I said, I don't really want to get into it about her, man. I wish her the best, and I got nothing negative to say about her. I will say, you know, which I did say. I said it publicly before, which was, you know, I didn't knock him out because of what he did. I knocked him out because he shook my hand.
Okay, so things went quiet for a little while, but then 50 started trolling Clarissa, claiming that he had damaging Ring camera footage of her and this guy named Maserati Bud during Christmas. Did you and Clarissa ever have a conversation about this guy, Maserati Bud?
She told me about it. She told me about it beforehand. Before he even did the shit that he did, whatever, on social media, she told me about the situation. So I already knew about it. So when he came, you know, playing those games, I think it was self-explanatory. It spoke for itself. You know what I mean? The dude already said that he, you know, they never was intimate. He never had sex with her. He already admitted that. So once again, just like 50 did with Big Meech, oh, I got the paperwork. What?
Do you think what the woman does affects or should affect their partner?
Mhm.
Yeah?
It does affect them. It shouldn't, but it does.
Oh, you think it shouldn't?
Unfortunately.
No, you think it shouldn't?
Can you give me an example?
It's the same thing, isn't it? Like if she's messing around with somebody in public, basically, and everybody can see it, and then she's supposed to be attached to Papoose, should that affect his standing in the world?
Yeah.
It should, yeah?
And what do you mean by his standard in the world? Like, does it affect his character?
How people look at him, his character.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It damages, I don't know, reputation.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Paperwork, bro.
Yeah, I think it should, yeah. I think once you with somebody, they're attached to you, and it's that your name is as good as theirs, basically, you know?
Yeah.
Or you should not be together, pretty much, innit? I think, yeah.
It never came out.
Well, this started a whole new chapter.
Right, yeah. But just to answer your question, yes, she told me about it beforehand. So when he went and did the sucker shit he did, which was cap because the dude said it himself that nothing never happened. It was
How many days do you think it's going to take for 50 Cent to respond to him calling him a sucker?
I don't think he will. I don't think anyone cares about Papoose. Honestly.
Really?
Not really, yeah, not really. They care about his music, maybe. I don't think they really care. They just like when he finally beat up somebody, basically, because that's not his character. But I don't think, 50 Cent is too invested into what he says. He'd more, get onto Ja Rule or somebody.
Ja Rule's nobody compared to Papoose, no?
In what way? What do you mean?
I don't know, I feel like they're kind of the same. I guess in music, I know Ja Rule's music more than I don't know any of this guy's songs.
Yeah, Ja Rule's a proper superstar at one time.
Yeah, I know.
50, when I dropped Agent Provocateur, he didn't know what to do. His man is on the call saying, if you listen to it, I don't know if you listened to it, on the same call where he admitted that, they never did nothing, he also said, the man back is against the wall. Talking about your man Curtis. Come on, man, the man back against the wall. The man is digging. He didn't know what to do at that point because it had him fucked up.
Well, Clarissa responds, calls Bud a weirdo, that was stalking her, trying to get out the friend zone, and so forth. And there's all these text messages that go back and forth and so forth. She claimed, like you said, that they never had sex. She never even sneezed on him. So was this a guy that...
Do you believe her? Just from what they're saying.
I wouldn't have believed her if the guy didn't say what he said.
You wouldn't have believed her?
I don't think so.
But then that's what I was saying about waiting for a girl in prison, and you agreed then, basically, because you wouldn't have believed her. That's exactly the same thing what I'm saying to you.
She's not Remy Ma.
Okay. Oh, so everyone's individual, you think?
Yeah, they just started going out. What the hell?
Okay.
Why is he going to wait
No,
for
but
that?
so did him and Remy Ma at the time.
No, they had their kids in the house, they were living together, they were proper in a relationship.
Remy Ma and Papoose before she went to jail.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
And that's his wife.
Yeah, but since they went to jail, no? Yeah, since
No.
she came out of jail and they got married.
No, they got married before she went to jail. Was you not listening?
Him and
Remy Ma, yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I remember they had a wedding when they came out, no?
No, yeah,
On TV
they
or
renewed
something.
their vows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know nothing about these guys. I'm not interested, literally. No.
Did
I
himself.
talked to
He
her,
said it
or
himself.
what's the backstory?
I don't know the dude, so I can't sit here and tell you. You know what I mean? Like, don't speak on him like that. I don't know him. I don't speak on dudes I don't know. What I can tell you is, she brought it to my attention. She told me about him. You know what I mean? The situation or whatever, what it was. So when 50 pulled the stunt that he pulled because he didn't know what to do when I dropped Agent Provocateur, we already knew that he was gonna do some corny shit like that and make it seem like more than what it was. As you can see, you know what he claimed, it never came to fruition. So it's just, I'm just pointing out to you. I'm pointing out to you the tactics that he uses. You know, when he's in a position where he don't know what to do. Same thing he did, in my opinion, the same shit he did with Meech. You know what I'm saying? He put dirt on that man's name, and he never produced what he said he had on that man, and nobody held him accountable for that.
Well, didn't Clarissa say that she's suing him at this point?
She did, because you got to understand. You know what I mean? And like I said, she's her own person. She's a two-time Olympic winner. She's a black woman. She's a role model and a mentor to so many young children out there. So she has so many. I don't gotta go on and on with her accolades. She has a strong, powerful brand that's very influential to young girls and to black women out there. You can't just go out there and say she slept with somebody that she didn't sleep with.
Okay, so he did say that.
You can't make false allegations like that. So, you know what I mean? She doing how she feels suitable. Her and her team, because she has a very powerful team, they handling that how they feel it needs to be handled.
Well, did she send him a cease and desist, or did she actually sue him? Because there's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not her attorney. I can't really speak on that, but I do know.
Okay.
I do know she's handling that how she feels suitable, man. Because you know, bro, you can't go out there, man, and disrespect women. These are women.
Yeah, why is 50 Cent even involved in women argument now? I find it so weird when men get involved in like women problems. Like, have you not got men stuff to do? It's really weird. Do you not think that's weird?
He does what he wants, man.
That doesn't answer my question though. Do you not think that's weird for him to like want to troll a woman? Like, if you've not got bigger things to do.
If he was only going for women, then yeah. But he's like all around the board. He'll go for the biggest, the smallest, the manliest, the softest, the girl, the boy.
Yeah,
So
that's fine. I get it. But I'm
wants.
saying, like, what's your opinion on men that like want to go back and forth with women? What is your opinion?
I have no opinion. Literally, I think everyone does what they want.
So would
but
you go
unless
back and
you're-
forth with
unless
a
you're
woman on the
solely-
internet?
If she was saying something too rude, I'll tell her by herself probably, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, would you go out of your way to say something about her and her business before she's even commented on anything that you've
No,
done?
because I'm not interested, no. I'm not interested, but... Yeah, but 50 Cent, that's his job, innit? I mean...
That's not his job. His
This
job is
guy's
to
always
act,
calling
to
him
rap,
words.
to create series. His job is not to go and fish out everyone's business.
Controversy sells.
Yeah, when you're
keeps it in
doing
the
it,
headlines,
when
innit?
you're doing it with a man, but when you're doing it to a woman, it's like, bro, like, she can't even fight you. So it's like, what do you have to gain?
Do you think 50 Cent's going to fight any of the people that he talks about?
But I'm saying that
Yeah.
it could potentially happen. Like, one of them could see him and be like, bro, I'm going to punch you in your face, you know? But a woman, like, she has no defense. So,
But
like,
that's what I'm...
so
okay.
what is the point?
But that's what I'm saying to you. If somebody's just solely going to attack a woman, then when they see each other outside, then they're not going to be able to deal with it right, and it's going to look a lot like what you're saying, basically. But 50 Cent, that is hardly going to happen, and if it does happen, I'm pretty sure he's dealt with a million situations way worse than that already, where it will be handled very swiftly and correctly, basically. He's not going to go out fighting with a woman on the road, like... So he has every right to say what he wants because he'll say it to anybody. I think 50 Cent is the wrong person to ask me about. I think if it was
I'm not
somebody else, I
saying,
don't know.
but that you're misunderstanding what I'm asking you. I never said 50 Cent. I said men in general. When
Yeah,
they
that's
want
what
to
I'm saying.
nitpick
It depends
at what
on-
a
it
woman
depends on the
does.
person.
It's weird. It's like,
and the situation then.
it's
Literally.
weird.
Yeah.
Why
it
are
is
you
weird in many
concerned about a
situations.
woman's life? Like, that's gay. Like, mind your business.
We sitting here talking about women.
based off of this. We're not talking about we didn't then go and be like, oh guys, Clarissa did this and we've got evidence, you know, like, no, we're literally minding our business. We're watching a video and reacting to it based off of the information that we have been given. 50 Cent, yeah, he's doing the same thing, but he didn't have to publicly go out there and be like, this woman did this and I got the evidence. You're just sticking up for him because it's 50 Cent and you like him. But my point is, like, a man should never want to just go and target a woman. Like, go and do other things.
He doesn't. That's what I'm trying to say. If it was Ginger J or something, I'd say yeah. But 50 Cent, that is literally his personality forever. He made flipping a sex tape and put it out with Rick Ross's baby mom. That's just what he does. Like, and he would do it to Rick Ross as well. And if he saw Rick Ross in the street, he'd probably try to punch him up if he was moving mad. And he definitely wouldn't do it to the baby mom. That's just... So
do you think that's cool when men put sex tapes out on females?
Nah, but I don't think it's cool when you influence children to go and be drug dealers and rap and all this stuff, and then you're gov in prison as well. So I mean, like, well, how can everyone else be wrong and then he's not allowed to even speak on the matter? Or I don't know what she done or what he done to him at the time, but he done something very bad for him to choose that course of action at the time. Not to say he was right, because he was very immature at the time, but it's 50 Cent.
So do you think he's mature now?
Much more, yeah, much more. I think there's certain things that he done before he would never do anymore. He's too rich, literally. But he's still himself. That's what I'm saying. I like that stuff. You don't like that stuff, literally, because you're a woman. But me, I like it because that's the stuff that everybody else is scared to do. He's not doing it from a place like, I'm scared of everybody else, so I'm going to take my energy out on the woman. He's doing it from a place of, let's do what I want. And I love that stuff. I'll never go against somebody that feels that way. Literally. He's taken all of his consequences over the years.
Okay.
I feel like that's where the difference lies, literally. And I feel like women like to use that as like a scapegoat. Like, I can do whatever I want, I can say whatever I want, I can talk about whoever I want, I can put my hand on you if I want to, and then as soon as like any energy comes back, but I'm a woman, like, why are you getting involved? Like, what's that about as well?
I don't know.
No?
I can't speak on that.
Okay.
Because that's not something that I do.
I didn't say that you did it. I'm saying
No, I know, so
women,
I can't
those
speak on
women
it.
do that, literally.
I have no opinion. I think that's quite silly as well.
Okay.
Literally. That's silly stuff.
You can't do that and don't expect them to react, because women are very emotional. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Clarissa is Clarissa Shields. She's who she is. She's a warrior. She's amazing. She's a phenomenal queen, man.
Like, some time back, there was a picture that surfaced of Clarissa, and she had your name tattooed under her breast, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely.
So all I'm saying, and I'm joking about it, right? But I'm also not completely joking, because, you know, I've gone through relationships and everything else like that, and I've had, you know, relationships that went bad and so forth. But you're older than Clarissa. She's a bit younger than you, and she seems really, really in love, right? When someone's tattooing their name, so, you know, their significant other's name on them, that shows a level of love and commitment that you don't see very often. And all I was saying is that if it actually did go bad at one point, you know, do you think that there...
Do you have something to say?
No, I'm just laughing. He's gulping, isn't it?
An opportunity that things could get violent from her end, just from her being so heartbroken?
Well, first of all, you know, the love goes both ways, man. Same way she loved me, I love her the same. You know what I mean? And as men, we got to lead by example. That's the way for you to receive that level of love from a woman. When you're genuine like that and authentic, they can sense that, as opposed to you being fake and a fraud.
What do you think about women tattooing their partners' names on them?
I think everyone should do what they want, innit? Like, I think you should not do it if it's not, like, if you actually don't feel that way. But if you feel that way genuinely, then good choice. But if you're just doing it for, like, because you think it's cool at the moment of time in your life, basically, I think it's a bit too much of a detrimental decision to make. Actually, I don't think your next partner's going to like to look at that.
When you see me getting that kind of love from her,
About you?
You know, it's a
Same.
Okay.
of us, of our relationship and our union that we share together. So I love her the same. But no, as far as getting violent, no, man. I would never hit a woman, bro. Ever.
Well, no. I'm not saying you're hitting her. I'm talking about her hitting you. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm more worried about.
Once again, Vlad.
Right?
Once again, you get what you put out. I lead by example, bro. You know what I mean? As a man, your woman is always going to be, you know what I mean, a reflection of you, bro. If that's your woman and she's dedicated and devoted to you, she's going to be a reflection of you. Now, if she starts dealing with somebody else, you're going to see reflections and signs of that. But I lead by example. Like I said, I would never even attempt or think about putting my hand on no woman. You know what I mean? Clarissa is the champ, though. Let's not get it twisted, right? So, you know, I don't want you to think I'm ignoring that, but I'm just being honest. No, bro. Never that. No, you know, that's not going to ever happen. No. It's funny, though.
Have you guys ever just, like, play fighting, like slap fighting, you know, in the house and stuff like that?
I'm in training camp with her all the time, bro. I'm holding the pads with her. We fuck around all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
So what you're telling me, Vlad, is if you was in a relationship with the champ, one of the greatest fighters ever, you would be like keeping your eye on her, like you would be a little nervous.
I would be a little worried.